Not my best moment, but we move. But listen, who cares about me when you've got a football team who are playing good football, scoring goals, not quite a clean sheet today, but I think we can still be impressed with so many aspects of our game in general.
Mate, 3 goals, 3 wins in a row, first away win since October. Things are looking up. I mean, I thought we were superb today. We started the game pretty well, looked quite dangerous. We get that early goal through Ben Chilwell, really nice finish. Unlucky not to have been a couple goals up in the first half. João Felix hitting the post, and then obviously the goal ruled out for offside as well from him. But then that seemed to kind of switch the momentum a little bit. Leicester grew into the game after that, seemed to got a bit of confidence from it. Again, equaliser through Patson Daka, good finish to him, fair play. And they also hit the bar through a deflected effort. So you're sort of thinking at that point, oh shit, we're in a little bit of trouble there. Leicester coming back into it. But the goal right at half-time from Kai Harris was a great finish, by the way, and fair play to him. You know, I didn't back him to follow up his performance on Tuesday night with another good performance. A lot of what we did today went through him. The goal, the assist for the Kovacic goal, you know, he did a lot of stuff good today, and that's what we want. We know he's got ability, we just want that on a consistent basis, and you know, he was really good again today, so fair play to him. You know, I didn't think he'd be able to follow it up after his exploits on Tuesday night, but yeah, we had a great time. We put the ball in the back of the net 5 times. Mate, when was the last time we ever did that? I mean, I know a few were ruled out, but like, you know, we're creating chances, creating opportunities. Finishing seemed to be a lot better, and mate, things are on the up. Real positives, you know. Potter at the end coming much closer to the away end than he normally does when he comes over to applaud the fans. So yeah, mate, things are going in the right direction. Let's not get carried away. You know, we've beaten 2 relegation-threatened sides, and we've beaten Dortmund. You know, we're doing well. Let's keep our feet on the ground, one step at a time. But we're taking positive steps in the right direction, and you can see us improving game after game, which is a real positive.
And that's the way it should be. And I think sometimes when people look at a process, they think, even though they understand we're going to lose games and have blips, it's important to understand that hopefully the bigger the blip, the bigger the comeback. And you know, this being a 3-game run, it can turn into a 13-game run, you know, or something even better. And we've got a squad capable of doing it, but we just haven't been able to see that so far this season.
No, but now it looks like players getting back fit again. The new guys have had a bit more time to gel in. Things are looking better. We look a much better team. And as I said, mate, the back 3 is where it's at right now. You know, I'm not saying it's maybe the answer next season, but certainly for the rest of this season, as I said, you know, there's no coincidence that since we've gone back to the back 3, we haven't lost. And it's because it suits us. It gets the best out of Ben Chilwell, it gets the best out of Reece James. He wasn't here today, but you know, it gets the best out of the guys. We look more solid defensively than we already are. We're very good at the back. It allows Enzo and Kovacic to operate a little bit further forward, not have to worry too much about their defensive duties because we've got an extra centre-back back there. So yeah, you know, mate, real positives today. Back 3 looks balanced, we look good in it, we're creating opportunities, we're finishing, we're putting the ball in the net. And you know, yeah, you could argue beating 2 relegation-threatened sides, but from where we were, that was no guarantees that we would win any of these 3 matches. We've got Everton up next, another side fighting for their lives down the bottom. You know, we could go into the international break 4 wins from 4. And that would be massive for confidence, massive for Graham Potter, massive for the boys. But yeah, today was another real big step in the right direction, because as we said, you know, we haven't won away from home since October at Villa Park. That's a long, long time, and you know, we've been up and down the country. There have been some bad days on the road. Brighton, Fulham, Newcastle, you know. We needed something for the travelling fans, and we got exactly that today.
Yeah, it's nice to come up and make the trip and actually have a smile out of it. Go to the pub and see people that are happy to be here, that are proud of their team, you know, because the team made me proud. I probably guess it's the same for you as well.
Yeah.
The real question is, can we continue to do this? And I think we can. I think that, I mean, me and you, we've defended Graham Potter more than most, and I think he got to the stage where it's like, bloody hell, Graham, when we lost against Tottenham. I mean,
Southampton.
Yeah, I mean, both of them. We were sick and tired, but at the end, it's like, who's going to replace this man and do a better job? You get another manager in, Mourinho, cool, maybe we would save our season, but are we able to build a long-term project? And actually now, some of the decisions he's made, maybe taking some of those days off, or not playing Mudryk as much, or taking his time with Reece James coming back from recovery, these decisions may start to actually come into fruition and show what a great manager Graham Potter can be.
Well, it is, mate. It comes down to man management. You know, people look at it and think, oh, why is Cucurella not in the squad 3 weeks in a row? He's obviously taken him away. He's not been doing so well. He's had personal problems off the pitch. So he said, look, I've got to start you in this Dortmund game. He comes back in, fantastic, really good again today. Man management, Mudryk out the side for a few games, not played. Comes back in today. did a pretty decent job. This is about managing players, managing expectations, managing kind of players' feelings and stuff. It's man management, it's intelligence, and he does have that. He might not be the most charismatic bloke, but he knows how to manage players. And you know, sometimes you need to be taken out of the firing line for a few weeks to come back stronger, and that's what's happened with Cucurella. Maybe that's going to happen with Mudryk as well. We've seen Madueke not feature as much recently. Maybe the same again with him as well. It's about managing players. These guys are going to be here for 6-7 years. You know, they signed long-term contracts. You know, just because they've not played for a few games doesn't mean, you know, oh, what's going on there. We're just managing them. And that's fair play to Potter. You know, it's fucking hard to juggle a 30 plus man squad. You're gonna have a lot of unhappy players, a lot of players that don't want to be here, a lot of big names being left out of the squad week in, week out. And you've got to respect that and give him praise for the way that he's managed this squad. And now we're getting the results, and now we're seeing the rewards for the hard work of putting it on the training ground. And you know, the new players that are coming in, they're getting some more time together. And now we're starting to see the rewards for that. And let's hope this can continue.
Long may it continue, mate. I mean, what's your predictions going into the Everton game? Are you feeling confident?
Yeah, I think so. To be honest, this is the first time I've felt confident about Chelsea for a while now. After Dortmund, going into this Leicester game thinking, do you know what, feel reasonably confident that we can get the job done here. I now go into Everton, and I can't remember the last time I expected to go into a Chelsea game to win. Mate, I go into this game against Everton next weekend fully expecting the win, because that's the confidence that the wins give you. You know, winning breeds confidence. You know, Potter's more charismatic, coming out of his shell a bit more. The players are like, there's a real feel-good factor around them, and the away end was fantastic today. Superb, one of the best we've had this season, one of the best in a long time. And you know, winning gets the fans up for it, makes the fans happy. It just creates a real atmosphere around the club, and we haven't had that for a while. And we thoroughly deserve it, because it's been tough this season. It has been tough, but mate, light at the end of the tunnel, small steps and all that. But yeah, 3 wins on the spin, first away win since October. Players stepping up and performing, guys putting the ball in the fucking net. What a time to be alive.
Hey, it's unbelievable, and yeah, as I said, you pray that it will continue, because we've had some dark times. But I do just want to finish it off with one main topic: Mason Mount. We've had his names everywhere in the news. This contract situation, you know, there seems to be a lot of people saying, you know, that he doesn't want to stay for a long time, or is it the money, or I don't know what it is. But in fairness to us, we haven't struggled without him. Is this a situation that we need to address quickly, or you know, where do you stand on Mason Mount?
Look, at the end of the day, it's boring talking about it. Like, you know, we haven't missed him, and to be honest, this season we're not really going to miss him, because he's been terrible this season. But the idea that, you know, we should get rid of him or we should sell him, I don't agree with that. I think he can still be an important part of the squad. He fills obviously a homegrown quota space, which can be quite difficult to fill. There's a lot of money to get British players in, we know that. But ultimately, you know, I think he should stay. The money that he wants, okay, you could argue about that, whatever. He's obviously one of the lowest paid players at Chelsea right now, 75k. Wants a contract that's matched his contributions to the club over the past couple of years. And I think that's fair enough. I don't think there's any denying that he deserves a pay rise. Should he be an automatic starter? No. But I haven't got any issues with him not wanting to commit 6, 7, 8 years either, because he's 24 years of age. You're basically committing almost your whole career to Chelsea, and that's a big decision to make for himself, for his family. Is that the right thing for him? Does he want to do that? I'm not sure, but ultimately, like, whatever he wants to do, I respect that decision. He's given a lot to the football club. If he decides to sign, he decides to stay, fantastic. If he decides that he wants to move on, I don't blame him. You know, the hate around him is madness. I really don't understand it. Yeah, he's struggled this season. Players are allowed to have a shit season, you know. It doesn't mean you're a shit player. Look at Rashford last season, dog shit. Now people are going like, oh, he's unbelievable.
That's a great example, yeah.
You're allowed to have a shit season. Like, it's all right. You know, you're not going to have a good season every single year. So yeah, for me with Mount, I'd like him to stay. Ultimately, if he doesn't, you know, bigger and better players have left Chelsea than him. The club carries on. Someone else will come in. We'll continue to win. We'll continue to be successful. So Chelsea Football Club is bigger than Mason Mount, but it would be a shame if he wasn't part of the plans going forward, in my opinion.
Thank you very much, mate. Cheers.
Mate. Cheers.
Pleasure.
Oh, Steve sat in the car, by the way, so